A very good morning, class 12th students. So, today we will see that how DNA is, we are saying that DNA is our genetic material. On what basis, that which experiments done that they prove that DNA is our hereditary material, because here we are talking about molecular basis of inheritance. Why not RNA? Why not protein? Why only DNA is our genetic material? So that we will discuss today. But before that, in my last lecture I talked about chromatin. Chromatin is usually of two types, that is euchromatin and heterochromatin. Once we finished with the packaging, there in NCRT, in the at the end of the topic, they have mentioned these two terms, that is euchromatin and heterochromatin. These are the, what is euchromatin? These are those, basically euchromatin is those regions or areas of chromatin which are very loosely packed during interphase, and they are called chromatin. So when those which are not very tightly bounded, they are loosely arranged, these are euchromatin. But these are those areas of chromatin which are densely packed, completely they are packed during cell division, they are called heterochromatin. Now second difference is that when chromosomes they are stained with fugal, that is the fulgent stain, like we in our lab we use methylene blue, right? We use methylene blue, then we use saffronin for the plants. The sample, we use animal sample, we use methylene blue, then saffronin. So one kind of stain to color the chromosome is the fulgen stain, that is FEULGEN, fulgen stain. It is very specific stain we use for DNA. And then when you stain chromosomes and DNA, then these areas they are very lightly stained, very you can say very light in color. Those areas are euchromatin. When chromosomes are stained with Fulgen stain, these heterochromatin they are dark stained chromatin. Dark stained bodies which appear on chromatin, the dark stained areas which appear, they are known as heterochromatin. Now euchromatin they contains active genes. Suppose this is your chromatin thread, then there are the sequence, they contain those AAGTC. So these are the active genes, they contain active or you can say expressive gene sequences which are going to express further. But heterochromatin it does not contain inactive genes, means they are having sequences, there are sequences are present, but that is not compulsory that they will express. So that is why we say that euchromatin is transcriptionally active and heterochromatin is transcriptionally inactive, because it contain inactive genes. And euchromatin is transcriptionally active because ultimately from these genes DNA will read the information which will further convert into mRNA and ultimately express into protein. So that is why these are, the more the active are the genes, then it will convert into mRNA. Then euchromatin do not contain any repetitive DNA sequences. Like on DNA, if sequence is like this AAGTC, the next sequence can be ATGC, next CAGC. So they are different sequences, they are not repetitive sequences. But heterochromatin contains sequences like AAGTC, AAGTC, AAGT. So like these sequences, they are highly repetitive DNA sequences. So heterochromatin is present with the repetitive DNA sequences, but they are not repetitive sequences are present in euchromatin. This was all about our chromatin. Now the next is our today's lecture is all about the transforming principle or Griffith's experiment. In our complete chapter of molecular basis of inheritance, there are three main experiments we have to discuss. That is, first one is our Griffith's experiment, then there is the Hershey and Chase experiment, right? That we will discuss in our these two lectures, and which are going to confirm that DNA is genetic material. So these experiments are basically to confirm that DNA act as a genetic material. The Griffiths experiment has another name also. It is known as transformation principle. Transformation matlab, if you are having this round circle, then there should be something which is changing into another shape. This is something present in this which is transforming it, right? So they, on the basis of this type of principle, Griffiths they are proved, Griffiths experiment is proving that DNA is genetic material. So, the Griffiths experiment of transformation, the scientist Frederick Griffith, in 1928, he conducted his experiment with Streptococcus pneumoniae. What is Streptococcus pneumoniae? Streptococcus pneumoniae, it is a bacteria. It is the bacteria which causes pneumonia, right? Basically, that bacteria which causes pneumonia is known as Streptococcus pneumoniae. Clear? So that was the that experiment was on the bacteria, that is Streptococcus pneumoniae. Now Streptococcus pneumoniae usually occur in two forms. It has two varieties, you can say, and these varieties are also known as, it means it has different strains, and you can say variety. So it one strain is smooth and another is rough. So it occur in two forms, one smooth and other is rough. Smooth has different strains, that is, it can be S1, S2, S3. These are the smooth varieties, S1, S2, S3, and they can form the capsule. They are with capsule, as there is the, as you can see, this is bacteria. Bacteria ke around there is a covering, there is a layer which is known as the capsule. So smooth variety, it is always with capsule, and they produce smooth, very smooth, shiny colonies, and they are known as S type of bacteria. Now S type of variety. Now rough variety can be R1 strain, R2, or it can be R3, but it will be without capsule. When it does not have capsule, then it will be rough colonies, and they will be known as R type. इसके अलावा there is one another point about S type and R type is that S type is virulent. Virulent means it can cause disease. It is pathogenic. It has capsule. It means those varieties which have capsule, they are pathogenic. R type is non-virulent, as well as it does not have capsule. It is non-pathogenic, and it does not cause the disease, right? So S variety, three strains, S1, S2, S3, and R also three strains. One is with, S1 is smooth variety with capsule, and R is rough varieties without capsule. Now Griffith performed his experiments on mice. And what did he choose? Which strains he chose? He chose S3, and from R he chose rough variety, he chose R2. So he used two strains, that is S3, and from R he chose R2. What was this experiment? Now listen to me carefully. The first experiment when he conducted, he did that live R2 was injected into the mice. Now R, you know that it is a rough variety, right? It is non-pathogenic, that also you know. So what result you can expect? So mice will survive because it is non-pathogenic, so mice will survive definitely. Experiment 2 he did, S3 was injected into mice. S3 is a virulent strain, and it is pathogenic. It caused pneumonia, and with pneumonia mice died, right? So in second experiment mice died. What did he third step? Third he did heat killed. Now if these were in test tube, he took these S type strain and he put in this test tube, and these were heat killed S3 type. He injected them into mice survived. It means heat killed that virulent genes, right, that virulent material which was causing the mice to death. Now experiment 4 was that live R2, because R2 is non-pathogenic, plus heat killed S3 was injected into mice. What result do you expect? That mice should be survived, but here results came out to be that mice died. So now everyone, Griffith was very surprised that how with live R2 it is non-pathogenic, heat killed S2, mice was surviving, but here when this was injected mice died. So then conclusion was that mice died because live R2 must have transformed something into heat killed S3 and turned into live S3, which resulted into the formation of smooth varieties. Because जब तक smooth varieties नहीं बनेगी pneumonia नहीं होगा. But still scientists, they were not able to conclude, but still it was not confirmed that what is getting transformed, how DNA is genetic material, this was not getting confirmed. So later on, many years later, three scientists, they tried Griffith's experiment with new addition. But yes, if in your exam this question comes in 5 marks, then you can draw these diagrams also. This is the diagrammatic view of your complete experiment. As you can see, that first experiment we did, we put virulent cells, they were injected into mice died. Then non-virulent R cells injected into mice survived, right? Heat killed S cells injected into mice, then mice survived. It means there was no pneumonia in the bacteria. Then there was heat killed S cells plus live R cells injected into mice, then mice again died. So it means there were smooth virulent cells were present in there. So that because of these virulent S cells, mice died. So that these flowchart or these diagrammatic view you can draw in when you are attempting this answer for 5 marks question, right? Next is I told you that now how will you prove, how scientists prove biochemical characterization of transforming principle. Many years later, three scientists, they tried Griffith's experiment. So 16 years, almost 16 years later, in 1944, three scientists, Oswald Avery, MacLeod, Colin MacLeod, and McCarty. Avery, MacLeod, and McCarty, they repeated Griffith's experiment. What was the end result? That S3 was heat killed and R2 was live. When it was injected into mice, the mice was died. So what they did, these scientists now, they analyzed the tissue of mice which was died. They found that in the tissue there is live S3 type, जबकि जो S3 है वो तो हीट किल्ड यूज किया था. हाउ इट चेंज इनटू लाइव S3? सो S3 वाज हीट किल्ड, बट इट मीन्स समथिंग इन S3 converted something there was in S3, or you can say, or which was converting R2 into S3. So they synthesized, what they did, they synthesized capsule around R2, because R2 was without capsule. So experimentally in laboratory experiment, they synthesized capsule around R2 and change it into S3. Now, right, they changed the into S3. Now they used enzyme proteases. Proteases, what is the function of proteases? They destroy proteins. But what was their observation? Again, mice died. It means there was no, it means that nothing was getting changed. Then these scientists analyzed the tissue of mice and they first time used the proteases destroy the proteins, but their results were same. So they concluded that protein is not responsible for transformation. Then they used RNAs, that which enzyme used to digest, the enzyme which is used to digest RNA. But then again same result was observed. Mice died. They used DNAs. Then they did not find same result, which showed that molecule which is responsible for transformation is DNA. Because DNA से क्या हुआ, when they use DNAs they catalyze or break down the DNA, right? If your DNA is getting destroyed, it will not change the R2 into S3. So result were not the same. So this confirmed that it was proved then it is DNA. It is not RNA. It is not RNA. It is not protein. It is DNA, which is changing the heat killed, which is changing the your R2 into live S3. Right? That proved the DNA is the genetic material. If you look at this line carefully, that when they discussed the tissue, when they started studying the tissue, there was live S3 type. It means something in S3 converting the R2 into S3. So because these live, otherwise the R2 does not have capsule. So when they synthesize the capsule around R2 and make it into S3, then they get this type of result. So which confirm that DNA is the genetic material. So this is the Griffiths experiment, and next experiment I will discuss with you, that is Hershey and Chase experiment. Till then, take care and have a very good day.